Hey fellow travelers, Mark here with Walter's World, and today we're in St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican. And today what we have for you are 10 shocks that you're going to have when you come and visit Vatican City. And the first shock people have is when they realize, I'm in another country. Yes, you come to Rome, you can get 2 countries for the price of 1. Vatican City, and then, oh look, Italy's over there. Vatican City, Italy's over there. So you get to actually have 2 countries for the price of 1. So hey, how can you beat that? So that's the first thing that shocks people to hear. The second thing that shocks them is the number of people when they're coming in saying, hey, why don't you want to skip the line? Why do you want to skip the line? Because the second thing is really going to shock you is the line to get into the Vatican museums is insane. I mean, we're talking a couple hours wait or 3 hours wait if you're here on one of the really busy days. So what you want to do is pre-book your tickets or sign up for a tour so you can skip the line, because otherwise expect to spend an hour or so waiting in the line to get in, and it's hot and you see the sun's beating down, whoo, not a lot of stuff to protect you, so that can be pretty important. If you don't want to pre-book your tickets, make sure you get here early in the morning so you're at the front of the line, because that line is insane. Now the third thing that shocks people is they don't realize this, yes, you can actually see the Pope. You see all those chairs? Well, that's getting ready for when the Pope's going to speak. He has an audience every Wednesday. He'll come up and say a few words, and some other days he comes up anyway and says things. So that's kind of cool because you actually do get to see the Pope when you are here. Now, not every day, but now the fourth thing that's going to shock you is when you go into the Vatican Museum, the amazing collection they have there of art, whether you're going through the map rooms and seeing all those things there, or obviously the Sistine Chapel, looking up and seeing, you know, Adam and Jesus, or Adam and God. I mean, it's just amazing when you see these things, because the art in there is some of the best collection and most amazing collection of artwork anywhere in the world. Going through the Raphael room, seeing Michelangelo's work, I mean, the museums and the amount of stuff that's in there, you'll take a guided tour and still feel like you missed out, because there's just so much stuff to take in. And obviously the Sistine Chapel is just amazing, but just that's what's really cool. The fifth thing that's going to shock you when you go there is how many people actually do get in there, because that huge line, and you notice all those people coming out. Look, all those people are probably in the museums beforehand, and the amount of people you see inside the Sistine Chapel is insane. Like, you'll be like this going, oh my God, I can't move, but you're gonna wanna look up and look around everywhere and just take it all in. And it shocks you how packed it gets in there, and how many people are in there. And that leads into the sixth shock you're gonna have is how many people try to take pictures, even with flashes, even though there's like 100 people in the Sistine Chapel saying, no pictures, no pictures, no flash, no pictures, no pictures, and people are still taking them. Hey, I'm gonna take a picture, I'm gonna do a video, I'm gonna do whatever. I mean, it is pretty shocking how many people, like literally in front of the police car, say, hey, no pictures, okay, click. So that does kind of shock people. Now the seventh thing will shock you is when you actually go inside of St. Peter's. It is amazingly huge when you go on there, when the light comes through the top and all kinds of stuff. It is really kind of a moving moment, but the sheer size of the Vatican, of St. Peter's, it's crazy when you go in there. Now the eighth thing that's going to shock you is when you're in there, you're going to see people touching the statues and people trying to touch the stuff all throughout. And you're like, look, you don't touch statues, you don't do those things. But there are some places where people have been praying to certain popes or saints or whatever, and they've actually worn off the toes and parts of the bodies of some of the statues. So it's kind of shocking when you see that. You're like, stop touching it, oh my God, you're destroying this fabulous work of art. And it is kind of shocking when you do see that. The ninth thing that will shock you is you can actually walk up to the top up there, and you can walk around there and take in a view of the city, and it is pretty amazing. But you'll be shocked how you'll realize how much you're out of breath and how out of shape you are when you do go up there. So I will say it's not for everybody to hike up to the top. And the 10th thing that's going to shock you is if you have postcards from Rome or Italy, your best bet is actually go over there and go to the Vatican post office and mail it from there, because they have a lot better service than I found anywhere else in Italy, and actually gets to your place sooner, at least in my experience, because I send postcards all over the world. So that is a 10th thing that'll shock you, is they do have their own post office, and it's actually good post, so drop off your stuff there. Anyway, if you want some more tips on visiting Rome, 5 things you love and hate about Rome, 10 things that'll shock you about Rome, what to eat in Italy, check us out at our website at waltersworld.com. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we really appreciate your likes and subscriptions, and we hope you have a great time traveling wherever you are. Bye from the Vatican.